Let me know if my screen is visible. Is it visible, guys?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So there were some questions from yesterday. What were the questions? Tell me. Some homework I gave. Okay, you are not speaking. See, from yesterday, if you have gone through the slides, there must be some parts which you might not understand. Any doubts from yesterday? No doubt. All clear. All clear, or is it some doubt?
Just
Ma'am, I have a
revise
doubt.
what.
Yes, go on.
Yes, ma'am. What does we mean with that int safe integer? That means we can't do the operations longer than the value of max of integer or anything else.
Of big int.
Yeah, big int and name that max if integer.
Yeah.
What you told us.
Okay. So that was
Yeah.
simply that was the biggest integer which we were having. After that, we others numbers come under the category of big int. That was the thing.
Okay. If we add two max safe integer without converting in big int, so what will happen at that moment?
You can even try this.
Okay.
Have you tried by yourself first?
No, I didn't try it, but
Okay. So the first thing is there are two things which I want to tell you. First thing, if you are getting any error, then first try yourself and then send me the screenshot that this is happening. Second thing is, if you are having some query, just write it down, console it down, and then just see. Okay. Today I'm giving you this homework, Aryan. Okay. Tomorrow you'll tell us all.
okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Because when I'll tell you now, the perk of that will go. Okay. Yeah, so someone else was having another
Okay,
doubt,
sure.
right? Any other doubt, guys? No doubt. So we should start the class. Yeah. So yesterday we learned about string, right? Before doing it, just for the sake that you can be very familiar with these things, I'm starting the files again. So we'll write the HTML file as index.html. Okay. Here what we will do, simple HTML code we will write, the basic HTML. Let's give the title Day2, and in the body, let us give one simple heading, which is Day2. Can anyone tell me where this title will be shown if I open this page?
On the top of the page.
Okay,
In heading, title heading.
okay. So yesterday I told you one thing that we can go at the particular place where this file is, and then there will we can open this file. Another thing is I told you to download one extension which was live server. So if you right click on your file, then here you can see open with live server. Okay, just try this thing. Another was just go to the folder where you have created this. For example, here in Day2, we have this HTML file. Just open it. Now, if you see this thing, see here, it's Day2 written. This Day2 is this title. Let me write something else here. See, if I refresh it, Here title comes. Okay, now notice one more thing. Here I am writing, for example, triple E. Now I have control saved this file, and let's go to the browser. See, this file, you can see this triple E are coming, and in this file there are no triple E. Now if I refresh this page, now triple E comes. So this was the file, this first one was the file which we opened through live server. So when we open a live server, what happens now? Whatever you save here, that will be directly shown. Just give me a minute, okay? ईशु समझ में नहीं आ रहा, कितनी आवाज है यार, मोबाइल भी चलाना है सबको, गेट बंद करो. So see, when we open with live server, if I make any change here, it will be quickly reflected. For example, I'm writing, means just adding some s here. If I go in this file, these as are reflected, right? We didn't refresh this page, but here we didn't see the change. Now if I refresh it, now we will see the change. So this is the difference why I asked you to download some extension. We can open both ways, but while using live server, it's more feasible, right? I hope you got it. So now again we'll start adding the script tag. No doubt from script part, yes, from the yesterday notes, that why are we adding a script at the bottom of body. Okay, no doubt. So I'm starting means adding another file which is index.js. See, here I have added this index.js in the HTML file. Okay, now we can write anything in our index.js and it can be used in our HTML file. So see, yesterday we saw some things. For example, I made where name equals to Ayushi. Okay. Now there are some operations which we can do on strings. First of all, just understand that what this string is made up of. It is made up of these six letters. There are six letters, right? Right, guys, you all here?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So just remember that since you are learning computer, the number of count in this letter are six. That's okay. The length is six, obviously, but the indexing which we say, it starts from zero. So this first letter will be said that it is at zeroth place. Second will be at one, then two, then three, then the four, and then five. Clear? Six is the length. I hope in other programming languages also this was clear to you. Is it clear or any doubt in this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. In case of any doubt, like if you're not getting the thing, please just ping me at that time only. Okay. Now see, let's comment both of these things. Just go with me, okay? I am writing, just printing something. Console.log name. Where to check this name? Tell me. Guys, where to check?
In the
Go in the,
console. In the console.
yes. Go to the inspect. Okay. Go to the console, and here you can see whatever you had printed. For example, I see the name here. The name was Ayushi. Now, for example, if I need the first letter of the name, what is the first letter of the name? It's A, right? But how to get it? So we use it, we say it indexing. The the letter A is indexed at zeroth thing. 1 minute. Today I'm entering late. Okay, allowing you to just enter, but please from tomorrow take care of the time because a lot of time gets wasted just in getting in. So let's resume. This first letter is at index 0. Second letter is at index 1. These are called indexes. Okay. So now if I want to get the letter at index 0, how I can access it? I have to use this square bracket and write the number which is the index. For example, here I am writing 0. Okay. Name is our string. Understand this. And from this string I am getting the index 0. What is the index 0? It is our a. So see here a came. Now if I want the last letter of this string, how to get it? Tell me, what should I write here? Which number?
5.
Or 6?
5.
Sure, because 5 is the index. Highest indexes here is 5. And always remember that the length will be 1 greater than the last index, or you can say the last index will be 1 smaller than the length. Okay, now if I type this last index, so what we should expect, it's I, and here we get I. So this was the indexing thing. Another is slicing. Okay. In slicing, what happens? Suppose I want in here, what are we getting? We are getting single letters, but I need some part of this string. For example, I want this name. Means leaving the first letter, I want all these things. So here, what we do is console.log name, which is the string, and here I'll add the square brackets. And here I need to enter two things. First is start, then I'll add colon, and then end. Okay. What will be the start? Start means the starting index. For example, I need this part. Which part I need? Let me type it here. You, she, I want, for example. So why it starts with the index 1. So here I should write 1, and where it should end. It ends with at 5. But usually what we write is start colon end plus 1. What is end plus 1? The ending is 5, but here what we will write 6. Getting this thing right, guys? Tell me. Speak up, guys, please. Hello. Are you all here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
So please speak. Means, are you getting or there is some doubt?
Can you repeat? Ayushi, can you repeat line number 7 again?
Okay. Let us do one thing. I should leave it for now, this thing, and ask you some questions regarding this. And one thing I told yesterday that we can use three things here. So now I'm writing the name with means making the variable with by using let. Okay. Let me know if there's some issue. Also, yesterday I told you that we use camel case in writing the naming convention. So see here I wrote there are two parts of this variable, but I used camel case means the first part will be all small letters, another will be capitalized. Okay. And now equals to, if I write Jane, now if I console something, please tell me what will be the output. Write in the chat box, everyone. And I request please switch off your videos. Otherwise, there becomes this issue of internet. Both the answers, guys. Okay, J and N. Right. And what if I write 4 here? See, anything which is not there in the memory, what happens now? This J, A, I, and N. These take some addresses. Okay. So, for example, here it is at index 0. It will be at 1. This will be at 2. This will be at 3. Now there is nothing here, right? So everything, anything, if you try to print apart from all these things, it will give us undefined. Okay. So remember this. The answer, for example, here I wrote 10. There's nothing, no index named 10. So what it will print? It will print undefined. There's some error. Okay. See, it printed undefined. Let me print. Are you using these codes which I share with you? Means do you try it with your own self or just leave it like this only? I recommend just use these codes and try with your own laptop and just play around with this thing. For example, now we were playing only, na? I wrote 6, then 10, and then it gave us some answers. Okay. So now going back, here for example, we were learning about the slicing. Another way to use means I'm starting the slicing concept from starting. So for example, here I have this variable. Okay. Now I want some part of it. For example, I need these three things. What AIN if I need. How to do it? We use a method which is dot slice. Okay. Inside it, I pass two things. See here also, if you see the suggestion, is it says starting and then this end. So we write start index, comma, end index plus 1. Remember this thing every time. Last will be the end index plus 1. So for example, here if I want AIN, what I should write? I should write 1, comma, last index is 3, but I will write 4. Okay, let's see what it prints. It prints AIN. Now I am just bombarding some questions and I want in the chat box to answer these things. Yeah, these three console, I want the answer of these three consoles. There are three answers now, so just give one comma and then write the answers. This is the question. Done, guys? Okay, only two answers. Why? Two, three answers only. Other guys, why are you not doing it? Okay, so let's see what it is. In the name, we did the slicing as 0 and 1, 0 and 2. So what were the 0 to 2? It was AYU. But remember, in the last thing, what we write? And plus 1. So actual thing will be only 0 and 1 will be printed. So what it will be? Only Y, sorry, A and Y. Okay, many of you got it right. Next thing, what it was? 1 comma 4. So it must be 1 will be printed, 2 will be printed, and 3 index will be printed. So what it was? It was in the name. So in the name, if we see 1 index, it was y, then u, and then s. So second output will be yus. And in the third, if you see, it is 1 comma, it will be again 1, right? If we see that it is 1 plus 1 now, so what it should be? Only 1 will be printed. So it will be simply y. Let's check it in the console. See, AY, YUS, and A. A. Okay, it was in the last name, sorry.
The last is for last name.
Okay, okay. So last name will be A only. Is it clear now, guys? I'll give a
Yes,
lot
clear,
of
clear.
questions today, and you have to give me the answers in the WhatsApp group only, because I know you are not doing the homework, you are not be vocal in the class, so I have to do something else. So now today I'll give you some questions like this, and you have to give the answers in that means in the WhatsApp only. Now let's go to the next topic, which is operators. I hope you have enjoyed this string operations. Isn't it very means good to just do this, play around with this thing? Very simple thing, na? Just you have to remember the indexing, and here in the slicing you have to remember that it will be plus 1. So see, in the MCQ type questions now, the questions will be this simple only. You have to console something, or you have to just get the slicing thing. And what majority of people will means do it wrong, because they won't remember the simple concept that it will be and plus 1, and they will simply take it as and. So they will think it as that it will be 0, 1, 2, and they will get wrong. So you have to see these small tricks, and also try to make notes in your own handwriting, because that will be most beneficial to you. So now let's do go to the operators. I have made some notes you for the operators thing. See, in other programming languages also there are some operators, and here also they are same. So if we see for the arithmetic operators, we have, there are different types of operator, let me tell you. Arithmetic operator, assignment, comparison, logical, bitwise, conditional, all these things are there. But let's see one by one. For example, in arithmetic operator, these are some basic mathematical operations. Plus is for addition, minus is subtraction. Similarly, star is for multiplication, double star is for exponential. Let's try this. How to try this? Again, console means just commenting all these things. Let's make two variables. Let num1 equals to 5. Let num2 equals to 6. Try to add semicolon. Even if you don't add, it will automatically be added if you save it. Okay. Now if I want to do some addition things, so I'll just do it in the console only directly, so that it will be printed. Console.log, if I write num1 plus num2, what will be the answer? We all know it will be 11. Let us give it 2. Num1 plus num2 will be 7, right? Let's check it. It is 7. Now there is some different operator, which is double star. Double star means the square, means 5 square, 5, and the next operator comes as a square. So 5 square. This is basically the root. If I write 3 here, it means cube of 5. So let me add 2 only. So what is the 2 of cube means square of 5? It's 25, right? So the answer is 25. If I try and write 3, what it is? It is like 5 raised to the power 3. Getting it, guys? So the answer will be 125, which is the cube of 5. Other operators are very simple, same as this. One is the division, another is the modulus. Now, again, modulus is very interesting. Let me take two different numbers again. For example, now I have 10 and then 2. And here, for example, if I make division, what will be the 10 divided by 2? It will be 5, right? Answer is 5. But what if I use another operator, which is this modulo operator? See, in the division, you all know how division performs. But this modular operator gives us what it gives. It gives us remainder. Tell me what is the remainder if 10 is divided by 2. Quick guys, unmute yourself and just tell me the answer.
Zero.
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 Right? Okay. And if I write this 10 divided by 3, what will be the remainder?
One.
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 Clear? So the output here should be 1. It's this simple. You just have to remember that this modular operator gives us remainder, sorry. Next, we have some increment and decrement operator. These are very simple. Okay, note one more thing, that if we have seen this plus, minus, multiplication, division, exponential, and this modulo operator. All these things require two components, right? Two numbers they require, isn't it? But now we have another thing, which is increment and decrement, and they don't need two operators. It is a urinary operator, means it just need one operate component. So if I write plus plus num 1, can anyone suggest me, means just guess what will be the answer? Plus plus num 1.
11. 11.
11.
11.
Okay, answer is 11. Let's play around with this thing because it's very interesting. Now I want the answers in the chat box, okay? Everyone. 'Getting your answers ready? This is a very, very important concept, and most of the numericals play around with this thing only. I hope you saw the answer. Did you? Okay, so ready? Noted the questions? I want answer in the chat box. 10, 11, 11, 12. There are five, there should be five answers. Five answers, guys, in one go. Okay, 10, triple 11, 12, 10, double 11, double 12. Let's see. Okay. What will be the number one? Unmute yourself, guys, please.
10. 10.
The correct answer is 10, triple 11, 12. Okay.
12. Yeah. Because of pre increment and post increment.
Yes. It must be in C language if you have done. Let's revise it. So, what is number one? It is 10. I hope
10.
it's very clear. What is plus plus 1? Num 1.
11.
Plus plus number, let me write here.
11.
Plus plus num 1 is simply same as writing
Num
num
1
1 plus
plus
1,
1.
right? So what it
Yes.
will be? 11. Now again if I am printing num1, so here what happens now? In plus plus num1, our num1 also becomes this thing, right? So what it will be? It will be 11. Now again, if I do num1 plus plus, it will be
Post
again
increment.
same as num1 plus 1. But here what happens? It will be post increment. Post increment means first step will be that it will be num1 only. Num1 remains num1, and then it will be num1 plus 1. So here, since we have to first print only num1. So what was num1? It was 11 earlier. See, so it will be 11, and then it becomes num1 plus 1. So it becomes 12. Let me know if you have doubts, guys. Is it clear?
Yes, clear.
And please explain number and plus plus.
Num2 again. Okay. See this. Since plus plus is written ahead, it is pre-increment. Okay. Remember this concept. Plus plus is written in front means written pre, so it is pre-increment. So what happens now in pre-increment? As it gets pre-increment, it will just increase it. Okay. It will increase the number. So num1 directly becomes num1 plus num1. Okay. But in post increment means when plus plus is written afterwards, what happens is that first it will print that same number means the older number, and then it will do plus 1. In pre it will do plus 1 first, in post it will do plus 1 afterwards. This is the simple logic. So what you have to do, first we have num1 as 10. Let's keep on writing. Let me write here num1 was 10. Okay. Now we did plus plus num1. So as it was plus plus means it was pre, so it directly becomes 11. Okay. It didn't get the second thought. Now again we had to print the number 1. So number 1 is 11 here. Now in the post print what happens? It will print number 1 first. It will get number 1 here. And after this step happens, means after this 35 fifth line is run, executed, then it will execute this second part, which is num1 plus 1. So here in the 35th line, what happens? Since we are doing post increment, it will remain 11 only, no changes. But as we executed this 35th line and we went to this 36th line, before going to 36th line, what will happen? It will do plus 1. So it will become 12. And now since we are saying number 1, so it will be number 12. Is it clear? Remember one thing, in pre-increment we'll see the number only, and in post increment we will see the number, and then before going to the next step it will be incremented. Clear or doubt? Still doubt?
Yeah, clear.
It won't be clear at this time means it will be like you think that it's clear, but I know it won't be clear. But today when I'll give you random questions now, at that time you can see. And also if I'm giving you the questions, I know it will be cheating, but please try to do this console by yourself, so that when you will see the output now, you will get your concepts clear that okay, it's performing like this. Okay, so let's go ahead with the operators. So we saw this arithmetic operators, which are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, which are the four basic operators. Then there was this addition, which is exponential. Modulus we saw, which is simply remainder. Then increment and decrement. Same goes for the decrement. Okay, I'm not giving time for now because only few of you will answer and the rest of you will just don't answer. So I'm giving this decrement thing as homework. it will perform the same way. For example, here it will be, if it is pre-decrement, then what it will do, it will directly decrease it by 1. And if it is post increment, it will remain as it is. And then when this step will be executed before the starting of the next step, means when this 36th line is executed before the starting of this 37th line, it will do -1. It will be same like increment only. Now let's go ahead and see assignment operators. Assignment operators is mean just simply means we are assigning some value. You all know the meaning of assigning. For example, let me just uncomment this. For example, before here, if I am doing num1 is equals to num2, what does this mean? Means the value of num2 is now assigned to num1. What was num1 earlier? It was 10. Now what happened? Number two's value is assigned to number 1. What it became? It became 3. Clear, guys? But there's no change in number 2. It remains 3 only. Now if I console number 1, what will be the output? Tell me. It will be 3 because value of number 2 gets assigned to number 1. Let's check. Answer should be 3. It is 3. Now if I print number 2 also, just for the check, what it will be? It will remain 3 only. Now I want this answer from you all, okay? What will be the output of number 2? In the chat box. In the chat box.
10.
Okay. Clear? I hope it's clear now. A lot of you are giving the right answer. So it will be 10. How? The value of number 1 was 10, and now the value of get assigned to number 2. Here it remained 10 only, and this 3 became 10. Going ahead, we have these kind of operators which are plus equals to, minus equals to. This seems very odd, right? For example, here if I'm writing plus equals to this, what does this line mean? It simply means that num2 is equals to num1 plus 1. See it nicely, guys. I hope it's visible clearly. See, num2 plus equals to num1 means num2 is equals to num1 plus 1. Similarly, if I write num1 plus, for example, multiplication equals to num2, tell me what it will be. It will be simply num1 is equals to num1. Tell me, guys. Sorry. I did some mistake. Here I wrote 1.
There will
Num-
be num1 plus num2, no?
Yes.
yeah.
Sorry. Let me again tell it. See, here it's written plus. If I remove plus, what happens? This number one's value get assigned to number 2. Now if I'm writing plus 1, it means that the number 2 is equals to number 1 plus number 2. Means whatever is happening between these two will be decided by the first operator, which is plus. Okay. And here also if I see the first operator is multiplication, means actually what is happening, the thing is happening is number 1 is multiplied to number 2, but again the second operator says that it is assigned. If I remove this, in what thing it is getting assigned? It is getting assigned to number 1. So we write number 1 is equals to number 1 into number 2. Clear? Now let's check it. If I'm writing, chalo, give me the answer here. What will be the output of the first thing when I'm doing number 1 plus equals to number 2 plus equals to number 1, and here this thing. 10, 13. See, let us do it slowly. What becomes number 1 and what becomes number 2. See, here what we are doing, first of all, we are doing number 1 plus number 2. Answer is, where are you saying? Acha, okay, 10 and 3. Number 1 plus number 2 is 13. And what it is getting assigned to? It is getting assigned to number 2. So number 2 becomes 13. And what does number 1 becomes? It doesn't become anything. It remain as it is. It was 10 earlier, so it's 10 now. Now going ahead, if I see this thing, here if I check, what was number 1 here? See, it's getting number 1 into number 2. 10 into 13 is 130. So 130 is getting assigned to number 1. So number 1 changes to 130. And number 2 remains what it was, which was 13 only.
13, 13.
Okay, so here what will be printed? 13. And here what we get? 10.
10.
Clear, guys?
Yes, yes, clear.
Just give some time today, sit nicely, use some copy pen, and then solve these questions. Okay, if I tell you a lot of questions here, getting you solve a lot of questions, it won't be helpful until and unless you're trying it all yourself. Okay, so I'll give you some time today, and tomorrow remember I'll ask answers one by one. Now see, again other operators are same this way. For example, here if I'm writing modulo equals to, it means that first number is equals to modulo between first and second number. Okay, now going ahead with the comparison operator. Comparison operators have two important things. Let me comment on these things. Are you with me, guys? Is there some lagging in between?
No, no, no.
No.
Any problem? See, now we are having why it is giving some error. See, one important thing happened. I hope you had gone through the previous notes yesterday.
Inlet,
Human
you can
key,
redefine the values.
no, it's called redeclaration.
Okay, sorry.
Yes, very good answer. Correct, exactly. So, who answered me this thing? Your name?
Sachin.
Okay, good. So, Sachin, you read the notes yesterday, right? Very good.
Yeah.
And now, if I do this thing, will my error go?
No.
Yeah.
Same thing with num2 as well.
Tell me what's happening.
No, because you have to give where for abo declarations also.
For?
The variable names are same. That's why I think.
Yes. See, what's happening now? It's num1. So means I just missed one thing that I have to tell you, which was block scope and function scope. But that I'm not covering for now because I'm leaving it for the function thing. So for now, I'm not explaining this because only few of you will understand this concept. It's because of the scoping. Okay, number one got assigned some scope which was due to let, and now if I'm giving this num1, it's getting another scope, it's getting another value, it's fine, but it's getting the another scope. This scope is getting changed. Don't worry now if you don't get this. I'll cover it next time, means when we'll study about the function. I don't want many of you to get confused in this. So
But Ayush, can I ask something?
yes, go on.
If we declare both number one as an var, then we can redeclare. No?
Yes, see, I'm just going to do it.
I mean, with
In
same
first
scope, we can
declaration
redeclare.
only, in first declaration also we did this, means we used where, and now also we used where. See, the error gone. But now
So
if
it will
I use,
replace. It will hello. It will replace the value or not? It
yes,
will
it
replace,
will.
no?
Yes, it will. For example, here if I do 11, leave it now. And now if you want to console, no, output will be 11. See, okay. I will explain this thing. I have many questions ready already to just get you cleared with this concept of block and scope and function scope. So let's leave it for now. It will be a lot of confusion. Let me comment all these things. And now see. Let me use where only for the safe play. Now tell me this, the answer of this thing. It's very clear. Even if you don't know the operator, it should be clear. What should be the output of this thing?
False. False.
False.
False. See, one thing will be clear, that it will not be any particular number wise answer. The answer will be Boolean, right? So when we are dealing with these comparison operators, the output will always be Boolean. Okay. So see here what's happening. It's checking that number one is equals to number two or not. So definitely it's not. So it will give false. But another thing is, if I use these triple operator, means this thing, triple equals to, this is another different operator. What will be the output of this? This actually, see here in the first place, what it was happening, it was checking value. Was the value same or not? The value was not same, so it gave us false. But now in the triple equals to, what happens is it checks value plus it checks the data type. See, for now, just predict the answer. What will it be? It's
False again because
failing.
the values are not equal.
It is failing at the first point only, that the values are not same. 11 is not equals to 3. Okay. Now, if I change the question, what if I make like this? Tell me the output of both these things.
False.
False.
False. Types are not equal.
No, it of this answer also.
No.
This console
For
answer.
first one, true.
True. See, here it checked the value. What was the value in both of these things? It was same 11 11. I told you at the demo thing also and yesterday also that JavaScript is a very friendly language. It does not discriminate between types. So here, though we are saying that it is a string, for JavaScript, it's the value is same, which is 11. So here it will give us true. But here, if I go on for checking triple equals to, it will check the value. For value, it gets passed because the values are same. But if I go on checking for the type, then here the types are not same because this number one is of type number and this number two is of type string. I hope it's clear. So the output here will be false. Let's check it in the console. See, first true, then false. Clear?
Yeah, ma'am. Hello.
Yes. Yes, guys.
Sorry to interrupt. Like I know something like have gone through atmosphere. Like for double equals, when we comparing to string, firstly it is like it is converting the type into like it is string, then it is converting into number type, right? After that it will equals, right? For
After
triple
the
equals, yeah.
hmm,
Yeah, for triple equals, if it is number and string when we are comparing, then only it will be false. For double equals, it will convert the string type into number type, right?
see, it's the internal working of how JavaScript works. But since we are now dealing with the answer, means you are just saying that after number. Wait, let me show you. We saw this type of right yesterday.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
So you want to say that a string will be converted to number.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. Um, see, I don't know if you are very sure about JavaScript only. Means you read in JavaScript only about this thing.
Sorry, ma'am.
Means you are saying that this conversion happens because what I know is in C language it happens like this, that it converts it. But in JavaScript, I don't remember any concept like this, that it's
Yeah, but
converting the data type.
yeah, it was explained in ECMAScript.
See, this is the latest version which we are using right now. So if I type the number one and number two, then again it's giving us number and a string. See, there's no change.
Yeah, but my thing, like my point of view is like when we are comparing, like it is comparing at that time only it will convert the string type into number type.
Sorry, I'm not sure about.
Yes, I see.
No,
I read.
yeah,
Yes, I see. I'm sure about
may I
that
say something?
because of
So see, it must
hello.
be the
Yeah,
internal.
this, hello?
Yes, go on.
Yeah, this behavior, what he is talking about is it will occur when you perform the addition or subtraction operations on those num1 and num2. There will be data type conversions.
Yeah, at
But
that time it
while
will be. But
comparing, that option will not
yeah,
occur.
obviously, at the time of addition or something, it will be. But it's not at this time when we are
Correct.
comparing it. That's my point.
Yes, yes,
No, I
correct.
see.
It will not happen at the time
I
of
see.
comparing.
Yes, say.
Hello.
Yeah.
At the time of double equals, na, it will convert.
No, it won't.
It will perform the type conversion.
No,
I'm remember
actually,
about that.
no, it don't. See, let's check it. Okay, let's verify it. See, here what we are doing is simply printing the type of number one and number two. Now I did the comparison, right? And now again I am printing the type. Clear? According to you, here it should be number and a string, and here it will be both number or both a string, right? Right, guys? But now if I check, see, it's number string and number string.
Yes.
So in the here at the time of comparison, it will not change. That's the thing I was saying. But see, if I do another thing which I had to say,
Your voice is breaking, Aish.
is it clear? Means audible now? Better now?
Hello.
Hello?
I think she is facing network issues.
Yeah, the video is paused.
Hello? Hello, guys, audible now?
Hello. Ayushi.
Your voice
Your
is breaking.
and video stopped.
Okay. Is it audible now?
Hello.
Hello? One minute.
Hello.
Video
Yeah,
stopped.
but your screen is still
Screen is
full.
stuck somewhere.
Hello? Is it visible now?
No, not visible.
No, man.
No.
It's still not.